Sometimes it doesn't just work. Hello everyone. I was trying out the new emote. Unfortunately, I assigned it a custom name, but it does not seem to work. Or more specifically, it does not seem to show proper when you type it. You will see it in the chat when you type it, however, the stream will see it as words, unfortunately. Not quite sure why. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna fix it for tomorrow, hopefully. So let's get straight to the business, I guess. YouTube channel, VOD channel. Okay, we are back on schedule. We released a new video, so that's good. On VOD channel there will be a VOD from yesterday and from today as well. Meaning we officially started our July streaming journey. This will probably be my last month of streaming, depends. It really depends on just how much attention the videos are gonna get. It really depends on the YouTube algorithm and on the people, if they're actually interested in it or not. It will be make or break month. Also, I'm gonna start working on my driver assistant as well. So I'm not gonna have as much time. However, I'm gonna try my best, even if I'm gonna have to become a workaholic. So, without further ado, we got 10 articles, 3 Twitter bazaars, and 1 gaming/anime article, more like anime article, to be completely honest. So, we can get right into the business. We got electric car battery charges in under 5 minutes in the track test. If you know anything about the electric vehicles, you know their charging time is not exactly ideal. On one hand, you can charge them whole night. On the other hand, I mean, that probably works good if they are in closed spaces. I'm not quite sure how safe it is to charge your electric vehicle when outside and when it's raining. Somebody who knows a little bit more about it would have to educate us a bit. And the charging time is the biggest weakness of them. Because if you ride often, then you need your car to be... You do not need a pauses. You do not need to have a 7-hour pause somewhere, nowhere, when you have to be somewhere on a meeting. So that's definitely a bit stressful. Or if you are stuck in the traffic jams as well, you would have to then go to the nearest charging station and be there for a while until you could, start driving again. So this could definitely change quite a bit. It's an article from BBC, so we can get right into it. The sports car powered by quick charging battery. An electric car battery developed by UK startup Niobot had successfully charged from 10% to 80% in 4 minutes and 37 seconds in its first live demonstration. It was achieved with a specially built concept sports car on a test track in Bedford, and is part of industry-wide effort to get electric vehicles (EVs) charging more quickly. By comparison, an existing Tesla Supercharger can charge a car battery to 80% in 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, that's not that bad actually. I'm not sure how expensive is the Tesla Supercharger, but I'm gonna Google it for you. So let me change the scene just in case. Tesla Supercharger price. I asked for Tesla Supercharger, they give me Tesla stocks. Okay, Supercharger fees. There we go. We designed the Supercharger network to enable a seamless, enjoyable road trip experience, blah blah blah. Supercharger idle fee. To create a better experience for all owners, we are into... just get to the fucking point, mate. The Tesla... If the vehicle is moved within blah blah blah... The idle fees only apply when a supercharger station is at 50% capacity or more. Idle fees double when the station is at 100% capacity, I see. Okay, per minute. 50 cents per minute, that is... Oh wait, that's Australia. What's the UK or England or United States? United Kingdom, okay, both. So if the station is fully occupied, then it's $1 per minute. That's $60 per hour. That could be theoretically up to $200 if you are stuck somewhere for a while. Or I'm not quite sure like what is the supercharger, like what does this mean? I mean, do you also get it when you are on a... Sorry about that. Do you get it also when you are on a parking field near your company headquarters? So I'm not quite sure like what I'm supposed to take away from it. Congestion fees by county and region. So you only pay $1 for it, if I understand it correctly. Or I don't know, how will I be billed? There's no like price, like what the hell? Supercharger, those are fees, then why do they not? Or is congestion fee the charging price? Like, fucking answer it normal. Like, what? Why are you fucking using the speaking like this was an ad? This is fucking charging a battery for fuck's sake. Every single human does that with their own iOS or Android, like, or a notebook. Like, come on, fucking speak clearly. I don't know. Okay, I can't see. Okay. I'm gonna have to check something real quick now. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it a very really quickly now. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but okay. Okay, this got me stressed out. Okay, it does not show my email address as a pop-up. I'm happy about that. Great, so I do not have to go, restart the stream for it. Thank you. Thank you, whatever powers are in place. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, why the fuck do you show my fucking email address? Why? Why the fuck are you showing my email address? Just like that. Have I asked you for that? No. You fucking cretins. Now I'm pissed off. Fucking Elon Musk. No wonder so many people hate him. You can't even tell us how much does it cost to buy the Supercharger or use it or fucking rent it or whatever the fuck is it. No, they're gonna fucking write you a French essay about how important is it to I don't fucking know. They're gonna write you a fucking French love letter essay. Fucking morons. Moving on. Experts say eliminating the so-called range anxiety is key to increasing uptake of EVs, but also stress the importance of improving the charging infrastructure. Developing technology that enable people to charge more quickly with chimes with the time it currently takes to refuel a car is important. Paul Shearing, professor at the Sustainable Energy Engineering at Oxford University, told the BBC. But he added, there needed to be more chargers of all types. People are going, no, there should be only one universal charger. Period. Like EU, come on, do it. Like, what the fuck? Like, we are talking about fucking batteries. We are not talking about fuel types. Wake the fuck up. One universal charger for all vehicle types. If Tesla will not comply, well then bye-bye Elon. Fucking go bankrupt in the USA. Oh, who am I kidding? EU is nothing compared to the USA in the market strength. But still, like, different charging types for cars, like, no. One universal type and period. People are going to want fast charging infrastructure independent of what car they are using. Everyone wants to do this more quickly, he said. Indeed. The sports car the Niobot battery was fitted to, which was tested over 2 days this week, achieved a range of 120 miles after 4 minutes. A Tesla charged to 80% would typically have a range up to 200 miles. Still, that's 120 miles after 4 minutes is not bad. I would like it to be up to at least 300 miles. I think that would be ideal. I think I'm not quite sure how much miles are 2 kilometers, but I would assume that would be somewhere around 660 kilometers. So yeah, that would be ideal, and nobody would have any reason to actually talk shit about electric cars. Besides the price, of course. Dr. Sai Shivareddy, co-founder of Niobot, told the BBC he was pleased with the results, but admitted that the test has been nerve-wracking. I can imagine. The demo was carried out live in front of an invited audience of industry professionals for the first time, with a few hitches along the way. Challenges included the UK heatwave, a failure in the concept car's cooling system, and a standard on-site charger that was not made by Niobot. These factors prevented the firm from recreated laboratory results in which it said the battery can charge from 0% to 100% in 6 minutes. I think you probably heard the chainsaw. Yes, as I said before, the works on my laptop are still going. So you might ask, what do they need chainsaw for? My question is, I have no fucking clue. Chainsaw. Should I continue or wait? No, let's continue. At least it's gonna be funny. Nonetheless, Dr. Shiva Reddy described the event as a big milestone for electrification and joked that his own car was still charging, having plugged it in when he arrived earlier that day. Niobolt says it does not intend to manufacture its own vehicles and plans to partner with existing car brands with the battery potential inside EVs at small scale within a year. A powerful 300 kilowatt DC superfast chargers that it requires are publicly available in the UK, but are not yet widespread. The firm also claims it had minimized degradation. It says the battery still charges to 80% after 4,000 cycles. A full cycle is charged from 0 to 100%, but this does not have to come all at once. For example, 2 charges of 50% would count as one charge, or as one cycle. Apple says the iPhone 15 battery will have 80% functionality after 1,000 cycles. Why are we talking about Apples all of a sudden? Power, weight, and durability. There's a global race to develop faster charging batteries that are more powerful, lighter, and durable. Last year, Toyota said a technical breakthrough would enable it to develop a solid-state battery which could charge in 10 minutes and last 1,200 kilometers. Wait, what? Oh, 1.2 kilometers? Wait, what is this? Oh, miles. Oh, sorry, I got confused. I mean, this is BBC, so the M there means miles, not meters, as I was mistakenly. God damn these British. And a compact charger developed by the US startup Gravity can add 200 miles of range to an electric vehicle in under 13 minutes. But Dr. Edward Brightman, lecturer in chemical engineering Strathclyde University, said that while rapid charging is useful for long journeys, the real barrier is to electric vehicle to take up. The real barrier is to electric vehicle take up still lies in the supporting infrastructures. Electric cars aren't limited by the batteries anymore, he said. We urgently need to update the grid and deploy rapid chargers with the capacity to deliver the charge to the battery. Yes, I do agree. And I would also assume that I do remember I read some articles that it takes quite a bit to charge your regular EV with the average chargers. And Tesla also started deploying some superchargers, but I think it's still quite limited in rolling out. So yeah, this is definitely pretty good. And Tesla is trying to be unique in everything. They try to have, the unique charging stations, unique charging holes for the chargers. So like you cannot go there with the competitor's car. I believe maybe I got it wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not really that much interested in the electric cars. Sorry about that. Well, I didn't exactly yawn. So we can move forward. Sweden takes a new step in parental leave. Grandparents can now get paid to take care of grandkids. No, that's a good change, in my opinion. Copenhagen, Denmark, AP. Sweden launched a groundbreaking new law on Monday that allows grandparents to step in and get paid parental leave while taking care of their grandchildren for up to 3 months of child's first year. The development comes after the Swedish parliament, the 349-seat Riksdag, approved last December the government's proposal on transfer of parental allowance. This comes 50 years after the Scandinavian country became the first in the world to introduce paid parental leave for fathers and not just mothers. Under the law, parents can transfer some of their generous parental leave allowance to the child's grandparents. A parent couple can transfer a maximum of 45 days to others, while a single parent can transfer 90 days according to the Social Insurance Agency government, a government agency that administers the social insurance system. The Scandinavian county of 10 million, known for its taxpayer-funded social welfare system, has over generations built a society where citizens are taken care of from cradle to grave. In Sweden, you are entitled to be fully off work when your child is born. Parental benefit is paid out for 480 days or about 16 months per child. Of those, the compensation for 390 days is calculated based on the a person's full income, while for the remaining 90 days, people get a fixed amount of 180 kronor or 17 bucks per day. Okay, I'm gonna check the Swedish birth rates actually. Sweden birth rates 2023. Was I don't. This is a bit macro. Okay. Oh, it still declined a bit, so. Okay, I cannot seem to find it, or there's there's not the reproduction rate. I probably just wrote it incorrectly. It is what it is, but it seems to still have declines. I mean, even if Sweden gets so many benefits for the new parents or for the parents when they have a child, people still do not. They still seem to not want a child. Yeah. Yeah, as I said before, it's probably because, well, it's just another cycle of our lives, of our evolution. I mean, even in animals, like there are times when the animals simply do not want children. They do not want their own kids. And I think this is logic we have to come to the humans as well. Because, I mean, hey, our population has been expanding for the last centuries, so it's only natural there will be a correction. Okay, there's a little bit more. There are also other benefits for parents in Sweden. They can also work reduced hours until the child is 8 years old, while the government employees can get those reduced hours until the child turns 12. By contrast, the United States is one of only a handful of countries and the only industrialized one that does not have a national paid maternity leave policy. Moika number 1. The Family and Medical Leave Act provides eligible American voters with up to 12 weeks of job protective leave per year, but the time is unpaid. And they spent about 2.1 or 2.2 trillion into Social Security. Really makes you wonder where that money ends up. We have no federal, national level entitlement to paid parental leave at all, said Vicky Szabo, who researches and advocates for paid family and medical leave programs in the United States at Washington, D.C. based think tank New America. Paid family leave programs have been created in 13 states and Washington, D.C., although the parental leave offered in those places is generally about 3 months, just a fraction of Sweden's benefits. It's still better than nothing. As of March last year, only about a quarter of civilians workers in the US government got paid a family leave, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Even in states that offer paid leaves to bond with a new child, that time is not transferable to grandparents unless they are acting as the child's parents, said Jared McKay, or Make, vice president at non-profit advocacy organization A Better Balance. Families often extend beyond the nuclear family, Make said. Examples like Sweden just show how far behind the United States is. We have a lot of work to do to catch up with the rest of the industrialized world. Yeah, no wonder then why so many of the American kids are a bunch of brats. And why do they do shit like TikTok so often, so much? Okay, this was a bit of boomer take, but hey. It is true the American children do need better parenting, and their parents need a lessons on how to be a good parents. Alexander Wallen of Sweden's Social Insurance Agency told Swedish broadcaster SVT the new law will give greater opportunities. Still, the rules for grandparents, she said, are the same as for ordinary parental allowance and require a person be insured for parental allowance, which most people in Sweden are. Yes, I mean, also the insurance in Sweden compared to the US or in EU general is much higher than in the US, because it is quite expensive in the US to be insured, especially health insurance also. There are conditions for parental allowance. A retiree can also take parental leave, for example, in which case the compensation is based on the person's pension. A person may not look for work or study during the time they receive parental allowance in the central town of Avesta, about 140 kilometers northwest of Stockholm. Ritva Kerkainen, I don't know, told SVT she is considering taking time off work to take care for her grandchildren. In 1974, Sweden replaced gender-specific maternity leave with parental leave for both parents. At the time, the so-called parental insurance enabled parents to take 6 months of work per child, with each parent entitled to half of the days. However, after that move, only not 0.5% of the paid parental leave was taken by fathers. According to the Social Security Insurance Agency, today the fathers in Sweden take around 30% of the paid parental leave, the agency said. So it developed over the years. Obviously, probably they had the mentality that the father has to always provide while the mother will be in home, like. And in today's season, it does not work like that. Both of parent and wife probably have their own jobs, and they just switch it between each other who will take care of the child, so the child has an opportunity to grow up with both of them, not with father in work and mother always at home. So yeah, I mean, this is positive. Yeah, no, I'd say this is positive. If the grandparents could get paid for actually taking care of grandchildren for some time, that is good, and it will also give some jobs to the grandparents. Funnily enough, I'm gonna take a sip of water, and then we're gonna head to the next article. Not this. What the fuck am I doing? This. Okay. Yeah, yeah, my throat still hurts. So it's not going to be the best time I'm gonna have. It's not going to be the best time. Oh, did I took pill? I forgot if I did or not. I assume I did not. Or maybe I did, and now I'm gonna take another one. Okay. Give me a moment, I need to take antibiotics. Okay. So, good move. I'm gonna show you the next article, and afterwards, I'm gonna go for a bottom, and I'll be right back. So you can just see the title. We're going to be talking about Biden and also a little bit about his debate. Okay, we are back. Okay, as I said, we're gonna be talking about Biden's campaign and about his debate a bit. So, Biden's campaign announces a 264 million fundraising haul in a second quarter during post-debate anxiety. Oh yes. Let the money rain. I said to you that the Americans will not be very considered about their debt or anything like that in the upcoming months. I said that they will be going absolutely bonkers. I actually did low-key expected he would have some teleprompter or someone talking to his ear in the debate, but no, they just let him in there, and this was the result. Like, what did you expect? What did any one of you expect? Like, it's going to be okay? Like, we've seen those signs for years, and the fact they still nominated him, or they have not nominated him yet. They still have to do the official thing, but so far it seems like that he'll be nominated. But so yeah, if they nominated him and they knew like this, how did they not knew? Like, this just shows in what sort of delusional world the Democratic Party lives. Like, we've seen it all. You were just refusing to acknowledge it. You just throw it away like some sort of right-wing propaganda. Like, you had all the sides. You had 4 years to groom yourself a new young candidate. You did not do that. And now you're stuck with Biden. And let's be clear, if they are gonna go for another debate, and if Biden is once again going to look like he did in this first debate, yeah, then Trump is going to sweep this probably. Like, unbelievable how stupid the Democratic Party is. We've seen all of his falls, all of his stutters. We've seen it all. We've seen his senility to the absolute maximum. And yet they still put him there. They still put him for the second term. Just let him go. Let him to the fucking retirement. He's 81 years old. What the fuck are you thinking? You are in the very nervous times. You are in a very dire times. You have China, and there are always nowadays rumors about China preparing for the reclamation of Taiwan. You've got the Russians who are waging war at Ukraine, whilst also increasing their war capacity and destruction capacity, to be more precise. Very fast missiles, nuclear missiles. They are preparing for the Armageddon. And for times like this, you need somebody younger, someone charismatic who can bring the country together. Because if the war would erupt, like, I honestly think there would be a coup d'etat in the United States. I actually think there would be. Probably not right away, but in some time, when the enthusiasm would run over, there would be definitely a conspirations to get rid of the commander-in-chief, whoever that might be. I mean, fortunately for the USA, they got a pretty big intelligence web. Therefore, agencies like CIA or FBI would just murder all of those who would conspire. But you never know. You never know who might actually get to. Or maybe it would be one of those agencies who would commit it. Who knows? I need to sneeze, so give me a moment. Not much better, but we have to move on. Remember, Putin and Xi Jinping and pretty much any other world leader besides maybe Macron is not exactly young. Like Xi Jinping is almost also 70 years old. Maybe he is also 70 years old at this point. Putin is also 70 years old, if I remember correctly. Kim Jong-un is actually pretty young. I always forget that he's so young. Like, I would expect he would be also like 60 years old, but no, he's like 30, 35, maybe 40 years old. Like, he is very young. So, yeah, let's go to the article. President Joe Biden's re-election campaign and the Democratic National Committee reported raising $264 million in the year's second quarter, an impressive haul that may help them calm fears within their own party about last week's shaky debate performance. Though the total announced Tuesday includes $127 million collected during June alone, when the campaign says it took more than $33 million on the day of the debate and in its aftermath. Oh, yeah, they are going full copium. Biden also has $240 million in cash on hand, outpacing the $212 million it reported having last month. Probably still not enough, but hey. People have seen the debate, so they should make their mind about his health. And if he were to die, then remember, Kamala Harris goes in. And if you do not like Kamala Harris, or if you never seen her talk, like, you should do yourself a favor and watch her. She is not exactly the best person for the president's job. And if you are a Democrat voter and you are going for Kamala Harris, you're fucking delusional. And the next time the elections come around, the Republicans are going to destroy you so fucking much. They're gonna have a super majority, and they're gonna impose a fucking nationwide ban on abortion. So yeah, be careful for what you want. Think about the general public. Biden campaign manager Julie Chavez Rodriguez called the totals as a testament to the committed and growing base of supporters standing firmly behind the president. I'd like to see how much Trump got on the debate day. The announced totals came as Biden campaign continues to scramble to quell panic among some Democrats who have questioned whether the president can win November's election after a debate where he appeared raspy. That is a very mild way to put it. From where did they take it? AP News or no, Washington? So Washington Post, I guess. I guess it's Washington Post, maybe. Maybe it's their own article, who knows? Trailed off and at times gave convoluted answers. Some of the campaign's top leaders have held multiple calls since the debate, preaching patience to donors and top surrogates. Campaign officials nonetheless insist there's been no discussion whatsoever of Biden exiting the race, nor of any staff shakeups. Well, they are still fully delusional then. Jesus. This should have been a pretty easy election for the Democrats, by the way. Roe v. Wade. The rage of so many women will be wasted because the Democrats were not able to fucking put some good candidate up front. Like, there's just so little, so small expectation, and they still were not able to find anyone, any fucking one in their, like, what, 60 or 70 million voter base. Disgraceful. Former President Donald Trump, who is set to accept the Republican presidential nomination at the party's convention this month in Milwaukee, has yet to announce the quarterly fundraising total for his campaign and affiliated entities. A spokesman said they would release them when we are ready. Biden enjoyed a large fundraising advantage over Trump in the early stages of the race, but the former president has narrowed the gap more recently. Yes, we read about that. In April, which is included in Tuesday's full second quarter totals, Biden and the DNC reported raising more than $151 million. That was well short of the $76 million that Trump and the Republican Party reported taking in for that month. Trump also reported raising $141 million in May, varied by tens of millions of dollars in contributions that flow in after Trump's guilty verdict in his criminal hush money trial. Biden's most recent quarterly total was enhanced by a Grimsey June fundraiser in Los Angeles that he held with superstars George Clooney and Julia Roberts and former President Barack Obama. Of course, he's using Obama still. That event took in more than 30 million, a record for a Democratic candidate. The president's campaign said near half of the donations came after the debate were from first-time donors. It said 95% of all second quarter donations were under $200, and more than 1.5 million total donors made over 2.8 million contributions. The campaign said it now has a donor base of 314,000, or nearly 100,000 more than at the end of 2024's first quarter in March. The campaign said the Biden campaign has used its fund to help open 200 plus campaign offices in the battleground states that work with the state Democratic parties and have more than 1,000 staffers. Biden's team said that coming out of the debate last weekend, the campaign staged 1,500 events across the battlegrounds. Grassroots donors across the country are chipping in every day because they know that this election will determine the course of the history, DNC Chair Jamie Harrison said. Oh yeah, it's from Copyright Associated Press, of course. They fucked up big time with this election. This was supposed to be an easy election. It would be an easy election for any fucking one who is sane. Like anyone who doesn't have any doom left-leaning views, represents himself as a moderate person, he would won this with ease. But no, they just have to go with this senile grandpa who is now 81 years old. Like, what the fuck did you think is going to happen? Like, you saw it. You saw his status. You saw his voice note. Give me a moment. Alright, let's give it a good old try. I have no idea how long I'll be able to speak here. Probably not long. So we finished this article. So I wanted to say also something else about it, but somebody interrupted me. So it is what it is. I have no clue what I wanted to say in the first place, so apologies for that. You probably have to hear it. You probably hear the noises in the background. You most definitely hear them. That's unfortunate. I cannot do anything about it. We're gonna try another article and hopefully we're not interrupted midway. I hear some talking going on outside, which is also not good. I probably should not. Let's do it anyways. We got another one. Oh, okay, this is not an article, so okay. Yeah, but Trump and other presidents got built immunity from persecutions. I would love to get an article on this, unfortunately. It seems I got the knock here. Maybe if I pick another website, they will have an article about it, but yeah. I do have an opinion about it, however, I would love to read more about it and just what exactly was changed, or if they just only added the immunity because Trump. Very likely, because I think Supreme Court is still majority Republican, if I remember correctly. Okay, we probably have to cut this short. We have to. I tried to stream for a bit, but the noises as you hear them are just way too much. So we still have 2, 4, 6 more articles and some Twitter bizarre we're gonna come back to later, but for now let's come back later, because this is way too loud and I think it's loud for you as well. So yeah, see you back. I'm gonna put down the stream and screen and I'm gonna hold it there for at least a minute and a half, because I noticed the stream ending sometimes simply does not register itself, and sometimes it's just cut short. I don't know why. So I'm gonna have it here run for at least 60 more seconds and then we're gonna end it.